Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Do I look excited? No, I'm not at the game. That's Jesus, that would have made for a hellacious night. But yeah, the cost of tickets right now is insanity.
Kinsey King 12 says,
Absolute
hello Mr.
insanity.
I survived the one chip challenge.
Hello.
Kinsey King 12 says, glove the hat.
That's awful. And I will be returning this hat. So we are going to rock it as undisturbed as I possibly can. How much time do we have? About 15 minutes for a reset. Last I saw on the game, it was 2-1. Inter were coming back against FC Cincinnati.
Kessian says, how many club points can we get F2P? And should I spend all my 25k gems in Founder Store?
Yeah, go ahead. It's so red. It's like electric red. Is the worst hat ever. Awful. Yeah, we're gonna spend everything. There's no reason to hold on to anything other than FIFA points. Those will carry over. Nothing else will. So if there's ever a time to spend your shit, it's now. Blinded by the red. It is potently red. Hat is awful. It is the cheapest, shittiest hat. Yeah, I'm doing the club points exchange too. There's no reason not to get rid of everything. It's so itchy that I would wear it. It's part of the punishment. Ah, come on. I got 11 minutes and I still have to do You were given an Arsenal shirt? Nice. I was forced to pay for a Manchester United hat. It's the principle. He's already gone, right? So there's no sense in trying to humiliate the guy. We're just trying to get out of the match with my points. Oh, come on. He wasn't offside. Hat is ugly. Hat is awful. I haven't even looked to see what the exchanges are. Oh my god, I thought that was the ref. Oh shit. Why did that not play?
I've seen some pretty shitty situations in my
Oh, there it
life,
goes.
but nothing has ever sucked more ass than this.
Is that off him or off me? Stream Elements likes the hat. Stream Elements doesn't know what it likes. No. No. Okay, give me the ball back. 5 minutes. Just need to control the game until we time it out. Good. All right, here we go. It's too bright. Probably I have the Trophy Titan one, don't I? I have the highest OVR available one right now. But I will go for the now and later one, which will be the new highest OVR.
Kinsey King 12 says you've seen they finally added an Arsenal Air Bay.
Is it part of this event? We got 6 minutes. I just want to maximize as much as I possibly can. Tap and drag the inside area to move your crosshair and snipe. What are we trying to shoot? This is very distracting with her thong right in front of the camera. Saying 115 Ben White. I did not see that. I didn't really pay attention to what all players were coming. Good. Bingo tour. I'm done. No more FIFA Mobile for me. It's just bingo. All right, that's done. Everything's claimed. Rewards are done. Vintage collections all done. Retro stars we're not doing. We stopped doing that a long time ago. The pass. Actually, let's... Do we have all this? Haven't even collected my ship for today. Done. Trophy Titans. Daily quests. Might as well do it for the gems. Clash of Clans. Jesus. This shit is still out there. Five minutes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Done. 3 minutes. Let's get our passes done. I think I still have Retro Stars pass points. 3 of them. There it is. Done. Everything. 3 minutes to spare. I think I did Hero's Journey. It's all done. Mystery Signings is finished. And Trophy Titan, I think I collected everything. Yeah. Oh, there's a 117 Gerard in here. I forgot about that one. I thought I had the best one. 113 is not the best one. See, I was not paying attention. $9 p.m. here. 3 minutes to 9. Normally I wouldn't be home yet, but I canceled training tonight because it was too goddamn hot. Walmart. Where's Yard is 1.8 billion coins. Torres came down to 1.7. Yeah, we won't be claiming either of those. All right. Ruben. Was cooking good looking. Yeah, 2 a.m. if you want to be a part of the new stuff. It's Ruben. Yeah. The hat is pretty. It's red. We need to address the one chip. I don't know. It was the official one chip from the UK one chip challenge. I ordered it from the United Kingdom. It was made by, I don't remember, Packy or Pocky or something. I have no idea what the Scovilles was. But like I said, if you guys don't remember, I ate a Carolina Reaper, the whole pepper, live on stream with no reaction a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was hot. It didn't affect me heat-wise. It affected me after the fact. My stomach hurt for about 6 hours. There it is. God, Gerard's face is the most annoying thing ever. He's like, eh. It's like that scene from Dumb and Dumber. Do you know what the most annoying sound in the world is? Become a founder. Be a founder. Founders assemble. Oh, Jesus. 33 days. Here's where you have to click to get the user logo and one founder's token. If if it makes you feel any better, I went out for wings tonight for dinner. That's where I came from, and that's what I had. I had their hottest wings tonight for supper as a glutton for punishment. Yeah, I just it doesn't affect me the way it does most people, apparently. Updates every 24 hours, so we don't know what it is. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to see how many people played today and chose that before we start earning our tokens. Okay, so what do we do with the Founders token? Is that for next season? So we get the players, gems, coins, scouting points, and a pioneer player as long as enough people play. Over here, we're getting scouting points. Just scouting points. Store, we got ads to watch, 3 of them. Refreshes daily. These are 1 player every 10 searches. A 112 to 120. And here's the scouting point requirements. Milestone matches. Now these, they unlock as you go, right? So you can just keep playing them until you get them all done. Transition. This is what you claim after you finish those transition matches. And these are the 4 players that pop up in the club building player search. It's the highlight players. All right, so that's all pretty much standard. Nothing there. 10 goals in any mode. These are the dailies. Versus, tackles, store pack. 5 times, you get a 110 to 114. All right, let's check the store out. What do we have? Nothing here. 500 points for coins, players, founders. We have a free pack. The daily free pack gives me nothing. Nothing. All right, here's the
Kinsey
tokens.
King
We're
12
going to do
says
this.
you look like you have a roof on your head, Lamal.
Okay, let's do 100 at a time. So we're getting rid of 600 at a time here for scouting points. 6-to-1 ratio. Halfway. We held on to all of our Retro Stars points just for this. It was the only point of Retro Stars, was to give us a bump on this. So let's go 75. $71. There it is. Messi just assisted to a tie. Damn. Let's spend our gems too. How many of these can we open? 5. Let's open all 5. Pulled a 108, I think. We pulled something that didn't give us anything. 10 million, no players. There's a 110 Ryan. And another 110. A bunch of 110s that we can't do anything with. Okay, club points. What are the club points? Player exchange in the store to exchange. Player exchange and the store to exchange for players. So what are the club point? Is that in here? Club points. 1250. So 1250 club points gives us a 120. 4,000 gives us a 120. So that's what those are for. So you can buy, but they're untradeable, so it's not going to really help you any all. Yeah, mine was just one chip. So 10 million. So it's 1 million points. So a 120 is 4 billion point or 4 billion coins. It really doesn't help me at all. Let's spend our 500 FIFA points because I'm not carrying anything over. 10 million. I don't want to carry anything into the new season. We're going to use everything. There was something else, though. What was... Oh. Here's the exchange. For scouting points. 960. We can do these. Are these 1-to-1? These are 1-to-1. Okay, 3 more. And 60. All right, so there's all of those. Everything is exchanged. How many do we have? 2,000. Madison is 3,000. Firmino is not a Pioneer player. We're only dealing with the Pioneer players out of the gate. Who do we have? Son. Is there a maximum you're allowed to open of these? No. And they're 50 a pop. And there's no odds. It doesn't show what the odds are. Is that it? That's the entire event. We just ran through the whole thing. Other than what we have to play. Who'd we get? Martinelli. Okay, do we have anything from these players? Is there any that are available to sell? The 110s. Ryan. 12.5.
Kinsey King 12 says I'm waiting for Declan Rice in 5 days.
We don't have to have any of these in our team, do we? I don't think so. Okay. So let's take a look at the numbers. They didn't update skill boost. There's nothing else here. So... all right, let's start taking notes. You have to turn on the TV. Turn on the receiver remote. Click the button that says TV Sat. Let's look this up real quick. Yes. Hit TV Sat on the receiver remote. I know. I am looking. Hey, just so you know, I looked it up, Ruben, and the chip that I purchased was from Paqui, P-A-Q-U-I, on Amazon, and it was listed at 1.7 million Scovilles. Just so you know. Okay, so let's get notes. Okay, Founders. Let's do daily login. What do we have? 20 scouting points per week. How many of these are there? Like, how many weeks is this thing long? Go to the store. We have the daily celebration pack. This is what I wanted to open. Let's open 5 of these. We're using all the FIFA points just to do it. There's no points in the free pack, so we don't have to worry about that. It didn't make my tongue blue. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for the actual event. We have nothing in. There are 200 scouting points once 40 million people sign up. Club building. This is daily. 5. We only do each of this 2. So 10, 20, 35, 45, and 65 for the daily matches. Wait, those are weekly bonus? How often do those pop up? These are just once a week. And since we're in the middle of a week, so what do we have? Daily, 5, 10, 20, 35 daily. And then 10, 30, for the weekly bonus. Three, so 21 from ads. And then we use them here. All right, milestone matches. Unless after playing them all, we got 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just to make sure nothing changes. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1,500 for milestone matches. Transition doesn't give you anything. It's where you turn in your armbands, right? So that's it. We already did the exchanges. Club points. What's 15 give you? 111 to 113. 114 to 115. 115, 116 to 117. $8,000 gives you a 120, but what's the 4,000 then? Gives you a 120, but you can only... It's untradeable. 8,000 is tradable. Oh. What am I, what am I paying out tonight? No, this hat. The hat is all we're doing tonight. So there's the second set gives you tradable players. So 8 billion coins gets you a tradable 120 for 8 billion. So 119 is for 2.5 billion for a 119. We might end up doing that once we see what it is. All right, so there it is. The numbers are all gathered. So daily login. How long is the event? 33 days. So what is it? 32 days long. So you get 5 weeks of stuff. Is it 33 days?
Games with Dustin says, don't remember if I told you this. Raise a glass, good sir. I was signed to the Creator Network 1 week ago today.
Awesome. Congrats. The EA Creator Network. Nice. Well done, Dustin. Well done. Let's see. What do we have? Shit. What am I doing? So how many days is the event? 33 days. And the countdown is 33 days and 16 minutes. So 33 days. So what are we looking at? Dailies. So yeah, but on the daily logins, we're only going to get 4 of them. No, wait. So 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we'll get the scouting points for 5 weeks. $100 scouting points total. Then what do we have? Daily matches. So 33 times 35. So daily matches is 1,155 scouting points. Weekly points is, it's 5 weeks long. So 150. $150 for the weekly. 21 times 33, it is 693. For watching the ads. And then milestone matches is 1,500. The grand total of $35.98 scouting points. So 3,600 scouting points plus exchanges. It was what? 6-1 for retro points. 1-1 for, what was that called? What were those? Where did I do the exchanges for that? This was it. The pass points are 1-to-1. So you're looking at a grand total of about 3,600. What can you get with 3,600? There are... So you can get Madison. What do you get for claiming all this stuff? Gems, boost, rank items, and another untradeable player. You end up with an untradeable player. That's kind of cool. And another untradeable player. A 109. Gems. A 109, a 115, and Madison for 3,000. Firmino is 2,000. So it's Firmino, a 110, and a 114 for 2,000. Fernandez is a 111, a 115, and a 115 Pioneer for 3. So what do we get? A 110, a 114. So that's for Mpanzu. Well, we got 2,000, 3,000. That's 5,000 guarantees you 2 Pioneers. 5,000 for guaranteed Pioneers. You're basically going to be able to get a 3,000 and then open the packs. And the packs are 50 a piece. You have no idea what you're going to get. So 20 for 1,000. You're talking about 71 of these things. 71 of the player searches. And 71 of the player searches guarantees a 112 or higher in 10 purchases. The Pioneers are all untradeable. Everything's untradeable unless you get it in the store, same as everything else. More options and more chances there. Firmino and Madsen, 18 and 19. Fernandez and Mpanzu are 114, 115s. But they are Pioneers. And you're going to end up with your transition player, a 116, which translates to an 88 or an 89 in the new season. So if the 116s are 88, 89s, you're talking 86, 87s. These things are all going to be dead pretty quickly. Will Declan Rice be one of the highlight players? It shows the highlight players. Where are they at? It shows all the players. Where did I see it? Here it is. No, he's not a highlight player. He is not a highlight player. So is he a possible? He's available right now. Yeah, he's just a possible pull. He's just a possible pull. He's not a highlight player. He's just one of the possibles. I want Milner. Where is... he available? 94 mil. 112 center mid Milner. A Man U emote. Yes, the highlight players refresh weekly. 93 mil. I do want him. He's going to lower my OVR. I don't really care at this point. I don't know how we're going to handle the OVR coming into it. All right, so that's everything. I think we can make the guide now. I think I've got it. Oh. Are you guaranteed one of the Pioneer players after 10 searches, or is it any player in the group? Any player in the group. You are not guaranteed a Pioneer. There are only the transition guarantee for completing the milestones, and if you do the club building and purchase these two, Panzu and Fernandez are the only three guaranteed, unless we hit 40 million and everybody gets Mukoko. That's it. For 50 million founders, those are the guarantees. Those are the only guaranteed Pioneer players. Everything else is pack luck. You get your transition 116, and you get your choice of a 115 or a 114 to carry over. Everything else is just going to give you a higher OVR. And there will be rewards for your ending OVR if you're a founder. They haven't put out the details on what that's going to be yet, though. But if you remember seasons past, when they've done that, this thing is so tight. When they've done that extra rewards, the rewards have been awful. And it's like, okay, if you ended anywhere above 135, you get the same rewards. It wasn't broken down in a way that it really helped anybody. Like it's like anything above 135, y'all get the same rewards. It's that. So it's not necessarily a big thing. That looks so weird with the hair.
Kinsey King 12 says, so now I have to beat Turbo Wagon for ending of.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're going to have to spend some money. And if that's the case, if you want better ending OVR, then you'll skip the Pioneer players and go for like Madison right mid or Firmino at striker. If you have enough points to convert over, though, you could probably get Firmino and like I could claim both Madison and Firmino with all of my exchanges. Or you could do Firmino and Fernandez for 5,000 if you had 1,400 from the other exchanges. No, these players stay. These never change. The only thing that changes are the highlight players from the player search. And it says they change every 7 days. But I think these change in 3 days. I think it's 3 days. The first ones run... No, they run till August 31st. So the last group are the icons, and they only stay for 5 days. So the first ones stay around for a while, but then there's only 5 days for the last one. Then we have these club point exchanges. So what do? We put in a 120. So what are the club points for? I don't understand what the club points are. Oh, we exchange them here. Oh. Oh, so there's these exchanges too. So you can trade in a 117 retro and 1500 scouting for a 118 to 120. Well, that's not bad. If you have... Oh, so 300 club points gives you a 114 to 115. 1,000 gives you a 16 to 17. 8,000 for an 18 to 20. Scouting points in a 117. But that's the only one that does the scouting points too. And you need a 117 retro stars. How much are the retro stars 117s? 1.2 billion for Henry. So Henry for 1.2 billion and 1,500 gives you a 118 to 120, which are obviously tradable. They are tradable. Van Dijk is actually a tradable too. Allison is not. Van Dijk is a Pioneer player. And if you're unaware, you can purchase the tradables. You can purchase these in the market. The ones that are tradable. Not all of them are tradable. Like Holland is not. Unless there's a version in the market that is. Let's look at Van Dijk. None. Looked like he was tradable though. Are there Pioneer players, founders? It showed that he was tradable. Okay, what other programs do we have? Do we have Pioneer players as a separate search? No. So you can't search for Pioneers and they're not available in the market. So the only way to get them is to get lucky in a pack. No pioneers are tradable. See, I thought that, but look. When you go to the exchange... So when we go to Founders and we look at this player... And we pull it up. Okay, so Holland. His value shows that he's untradeable. This is an cannot be auctioned. But if we go down to... Van Dijk. Oh, shit, he is. I swear a second ago it looked like he had a value. Unless I was looking at Allison. I must have been looking at Allison. Damn. Well, this is going to be suck. This is going to suck. Yeah, it's going to have to be the... I think I am going to end up using all of mine here. It's the last chance to gamble. I think I'm going to just gamble the entire month. Because Fernandez and Panzu are, neither of them are really going to do me any good. They're not going to stay in my squad for long. They're not going to be very high OVR pioneers. And yeah, but the icons are these aren't pioneers. Oh, they are. These are pioneer icons in the last week. See, that might be the better way to go. Jota. So Van Dijk's in week 2. I may just wait and go all in on week 2. And just use all of my points in week 2. And then whatever I don't get in there to pull something. Let's do one. Let's gamble one pack just to see. We'll spend one pack. Who did we get? Jansen. And he's non-tradable. 111 non-tradable. What do we have exchanges wise? 111 untradables. You can do 20 of these things. So I guess we're going to just roll all of our club points in. Right? We may as well 111 to 113 untradables. Donovan, they're all going to give club points. Then we're going to use those club points over here for 114 to 115s. And try to pull what we can. So there it is. You still have Bale and Leo from last year's Now and Later? I'm pretty sure I've gotten rid of all of my Now and Later players from last season. I have Robertson still. I still have Robertson. That's funny. I didn't even think I had any anymore. I guess I don't search down that far into any of my players. Is 117 Henry in the market? Yes, but no one has him for sale. In my area. He wasn't available. All right, so This is going to be a tough video to make. Because there's just so much shit going on, and my brain doesn't work with this hat on. All right. I do it like this. We'll just do the whole video with this stupid ass hat on because it's a challenge. This is gonna suck. All right, we're gonna try to do this in one take and see how it goes. I hate this. This is the moment when I'm getting ready to do this live to record the video, and I'm going to try to do it in one take, where the anxiety kicks in. I hate this moment. And it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Okay. I would assume that some of these players, that if you can pack them in the store, wouldn't they become tradable? Pioneers, no, but everything else should be purchasable in the store. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's see how this goes. Is this better? Fuck, I don't want to do this. Literally, the level of anxiety kicks in, and it just recording these videos sucks. It's just doing it live. Like if I was doing it non-live, I wouldn't care, but live, it's nerve-wracking. All right. We're going to try it. How do we start this? All right. The end is nigh. Preseason is here, except they're calling it Founders. What's up, guys? Finally, he sleeps here. Tonight we're doing Founders. We're taking a look at the new event and rolling through it, running the numbers. We're doing it live on Twitch and making the guide here. So if you're on Twitch, if you're wondering what this god-awful monstrosity is, you had to be there to understand why this is on my head. Basically, I lost a bet. But okay, so before we get into this, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube. Turn on notifications so you never miss when a video goes live for EA Sports FC, which is what all this shit is going to turn into very, very, very soon, because this is preseason. This is the new event. This is the last FIFA mobile event you will ever play. Let that sink in. You will never play another FIFA mobile event ever again. It will be a EA Sports FC events moving forward. So here's how it's going to work. When you log in
right now
for the very first time into the game to try out Founders, the first thing you're going to do is become a founder. There's a little button here. You join, and then you receive, I think it's an icon and a logo, which will carry over into next season when we upload the game into EA Sports FC with the update. It will look into your account and see that you are a founder, that you have this that you have this token, and then you're going to have special rewards. The game will be different for anyone who plays founders. The game at release in September in 33 days will be different for anyone who plays this event. So you need to get in here, log in, and play founders at least once to say you were here, to earn that badge, to have something when the new season releases. And what we have right here are the question marks. Every 24 hours, that number is going to update with the amount of people who have logged in and played the game. The more people that log into founders and become a founder, the better milestone rewards we'll get. It starts out with a 108. It comes into some icons. There's scouting tokens at 40 million people. At 50 million people, we get a pioneer player in Mukoko. This is the first player that most people will end up receiving if 50 million people play over the next 33 days. Now, we're going to explain this right now. A pioneer player is what you should previously understand as a now and later player. So what you'll have is you'll get this 114 now to finish out the next 33 days with, and then when the new season starts, as long as this pioneer player is still in your team, he doesn't have to be in your starting lineup, but he has to be in your reserves at least, you will get a new version of this player in the new season. And he'll probably be about an 85 OVR elite, and he will be a pioneer player for founders to use next season. Just think of it as a now and later player, but it's different than seasons past. You will have to keep this player. You cannot use him for exchanges. You cannot use him as training. You must have him in your reserves at the end of the season when you update. That's how the pioneer players are going to work. The scouting tokens are what this entire event is based off of. The scouting tokens is what we're going to do for exchanges. So if we go into the club building tab, every day you're going to log in, you're going to watch some videos, you're going to play some skill games. There's a skill game that you get to play twice and some matches that you get to play once. Weekly, you'll have a couple of skill games and a match to play as well. These are all good for coins and these scouting tokens. Like I said, this is what the main point of currency is for this event. Now, the scouting tokens are what you will use to either search for players here. This is kind of a gamble. You spend 50 tokens at a time to be able to take a look and see if you can't get lucky enough to claim one of these players. After 10 searches, so after you spend 50 scouting tokens 10 times, you're guaranteed a 112 or higher player. It might not be a pioneer player. It'll just be a 112 or higher OVR player. It doesn't even say if that 112 or higher that is guaranteed is an actual founders or pioneer player. It could be a team of the year player for all we know. Because we haven't opened up 10 of these, I cannot guarantee what you're going to get, but it is just a guarantee that it is a 112 or higher. That is it. You also have the choice to, instead of gambling those 50 tokens away at a time, you can come in here and use them along these paths to claim a special player. So now it shows up in the corner, 3,000 scouting points are required in total. You have to collect every single node on this path to be able to claim 119 Madison to use during the season. And now along the way, you're going to earn additional players. So like here in the main node, you're getting a 111. I believe there's 3 players available. What do we have? A 111. There's another one there. It's a 109. Here's a 115. So a 19, a 111, a 115, a bunch of gems, and 119 Madison, all for spending 3,000 of your scouting points. Now, this Madison is a Founders player. It is not a Pioneer player. which means at the end of the season, he's done. He's gone. He disappears from your squad. You don't get a new version next season. And the difference between the standard players and the pioneer players are the it's a little triangle that flashes up in the right-hand corner and down in the left-hand corner underneath the watch star. If you see those flashing, it is a different kind of card. It is a weird little glitchy animation. That is a pioneer player. The Founders Pioneer player, a new version, will be granted to eligible Founders in the new season. You're not going to get a 114 next year. You'll just get a better version. There is a 2,000 scouting point token guaranteed Roberto Firmino that also includes a 110 and a 114. And there is a Pioneer Fernandez that includes additional few players, and a Pioneer Mpanzu that includes additional players as well. A 114. Is it just the 114? No, a 110. So a 110, a 114, and a 114 Mpanzu Pioneer for 2,000 scouting tokens. Now, when you move on to the next tab, the milestone matches, these are matches that go all the way back to 2018, and there are a total of 15 of these matches. You play them in order using a specific team that you get to choose. Like right here, it's Juventus versus Atletico, and you're playing as Juventus, and you are down. You're playing as Juventus. You are down 2-0, and in the match, and this is from December 3rd, 2019. These are replays, like we have the Liverpool Barca match, where Liverpool were down by 3 in the first half, 5 minutes in. And you're just going to play these in order. They are all good for 100 scouting tokens a piece. And once you complete all of these, you earn an captain's armband that you take over to the transition tab, and you're going to trade that in for either Raul, Gerard, or Zanetti. You only get to choose one. You cannot take two. There is only one possible to claim. And then that gives you another player next season, because these are Pioneer icons. So if you pick Stevie G, for example, you get the 116 for the rest of the season, and then an 89 to start out EA Sports FC with. The highlight players back from the very first tab that when we were gambling, right now these are the 4 that are up. You have Holland and Son up there. Next week, we have a new 4 up that includes Ronaldo and Van Dijk. Then another new 4, and then the last 5 days are these Pioneer icons. Now remember, those are the gambling tokens. Those are the ones where you spend 50 a pop here to see what you can get, to see if you can get lucky enough to claim something. We'll open one up just to see what it is. And we pulled a 108, Boniface. It's just a regular Founders Club card that I think it was tradable though, that we can do it. And you need to make a decision how you're going to do that. Which way are you going? Are you going to gamble, or are you going to go for guaranteed players? Are you going to go for players that you use now like Madison? Or are you going to go for Pioneer players that give you something next season like Fernandez? And if you look at the points, it's a 115 versus a 118 and 119. But again, it's only 33 days that you get to play with those. Now, the last thing to take into consideration on this, like people are looking here, and if you read the chat, people are asking about where all of my scouting tokens came from if the event just released. If we go to the Founders token, there are scouting point exchange. You could trade in any leftover retro points at a 6-to-1 exchange rate. Now, I didn't spend a single retro point during the last event because of this exchange that was coming. So that's where all of my scouting tokens came from. The 2100 scouting tokens came from that exchange and one more. There's also I'm gonna have to find it. Where is it? It's down here. Yes, you can also trade in your pass points from any Star Pass rewards in the past for scouting points on a 1-to-1 exchange. So that's where all the scouting points came in right out of the gate, right here at the beginning of the event. That's where the scouting tokens came from. So how many scouting tokens are you going to get over the course of the event? There are daily logins that we receive each and every day. On day 4 of each week, you're going to get 20 scouting tokens. When you go into the actual event each day, you're going to get those ads, and you're going to play all these matches for the daily and then the weeklies. Those start to add up. You have all your milestone matches here, so another 1,500. And when you put all those numbers together, the grand total of scouting points possible is 3,598 before exchanging in any of your tokens or anything across the board. That means it is definitely possible for someone to come in and claim one of these. You're going to be able to get Madison or Fernandez, which was the Pioneer. You could probably come in with some exchanges, and if you had some pass points or retro points left over, and claim Firmino and Mpanzu. And depending upon how much you had, you could probably claim both of these for 5,000 points and get both Pioneer players. Or you just gamble and you just spend it all 50 points at a pop. Take all 3,600 of your scouting points you're going to receive and do the player search and check it out and pick which week you want to do it and see what players there are getting released. As far, I think it's is it in the transition? Yeah, this shows the dates of when the players will be there in the highlight players tab. There is one more thing to remember. There are exchanges with this, and this is where things get a little bit confusing if you don't pay attention. We have 2 tabs for this. We have club points and we have founders. The club points are something that you can trade in your untradeable players or your tradable players. There are 2 of them. So you can take, for 15 club points, you give a 111. So we'll just take our 111 untradeable that we just packed during the event, and we're going to exchange it, and we end up with 15 club points. If you go over and see that, okay, there's 15 here, 1250, then there's 30. If you trade in a 111 that is tradable, you get twice the club points. So what do you do with the club points? That's the Founders tab. Here's where you exchange club points for actual players from the event. It's a gamble. You don't know what you're going to get. So 300 club points gives you a 114 to a 115. 116 to 117 is 1,000 club points. A 118 to a 120 is 8,000 club points. And then you can also do 1,500 scouting points and a tradable 117 retro stars. Everyone's going to end up doing the 117 Henry tradable if you have a chance to do it. If you're going to do anything. But those club points, you can also purchase club points with coins, and it's in the store. If we go to the Founders, there is a club point exchange. It is 10 million coins for 10 club points. 10 million coins for 10 club points. It is a maximum of 20. So you can spend 200 million coins to get 200 club points. 200 million for 200 club points. It's a weekly limit. And the club points, 200 of them, will it get you 116, 17? No, you'd have to do it 5 times. So the event is only 5 weeks long. So you could come up with a 116 to 117 for 1 billion coins by doing the coin exchange if you don't. But I think what most people are going to do is they're going to come in here and they're going to trade in all of their tradable stuff that they're never going to use for anything else. And we're just going to trade these in weekly and get rid of the players that we have no use for anywhere else in the game, and just trade them in for something that you might be able to use. And hopefully you could pack a Pioneer player as part of this if you get lucky. Let's see, what else do we have? There's the 50 points, for a 114. Hey, these might actually come in handy now. We have all of these stuff that we couldn't use anywhere else. We're never going to use them. We have no point in keeping them. Let's just see what we can get. We're never going to use these players. While I'm doing this, there were some questions during the dev stream and recently about what is carrying over at the reset. None of your players are carrying over other than your rewards from the Pioneers, as long as you keep a version in your reserves. There will be some kind of a reward for the OVR you finish with, but historically, it hasn't been much of a reward, and it's a pretty wide range. It's like, okay, were you at least a 136? Then you get top rewards. So it doesn't necessarily benefit you to go in heavy on the highest OVR possible. I think the Pioneer players are going to do you a little bit more as far as what you're going to come away with at the end of this more than anything. So we don't have any 116s.
My balls, your face.
The 150s, 114, don't have any. How many club points are we up to now? So 576. So we can get a 115. How far are we? 1,000 points away. We can do 200. That's where most of this stuff is going to come from people, are those exchanges. That's it. That's pretty much Founders in a nutshell. Log in every day. Make a decision. Are you going to spend your scouting tokens on the gamble and try to come away with some more Pioneer players? Or are you going to go for your guaranteed 118, 119, or the 114, 115 Pioneer? For me personally, the way I'm going to handle this event is I'm going to go in looking for two things. Number one, Pioneer players. The season's over. The season is coming to an end. I'll finish with a decent OVR. But that is going to be secondary because the rewards gap for OVR at the end of the season is probably going to be pretty wide as far as how you end. So if you're above a 135, pushing yourself to 140 probably isn't going to benefit you a whole lot. You would be better off trying to claim as many Pioneer players as you can to give you a leg up in the first week of the new EA Sports FC. I will gamble. I am not going to claim any of those guaranteed players. I am going to go in on a gamble, 50 scouting points at a time, and I'll probably wait until week 2 when Pioneer Van Dijk is up there because I would really like to start the season with him if I can get lucky. The last thing is I will trade in everything. I've got coins-wise the whole deal and look for club points and my chance to pull as many of those players in the exchanges as possible because, again, I want as many opportunities to come away with Pioneer players as I possibly can. Pioneer players are non-tradable, so you can't buy them in the market. The only way to get them is to pack them or get lucky. There are only, right now, 3 guaranteed Pioneer players. You're going to get your transition Pioneer, which are one of those 3 icons. You're guaranteed one of those as long as you finish your milestone matches, and you're guaranteed to be able to pull those 2, the 114 and the 115 Pioneer, if you go those paths and don't gamble. Those are the only 3 that you know you can claim. There's the Pioneer in the milestone if 50 million people sign up for Founders before the 33 days ends, but everything else is pack luck. 100% pack luck for all of the decent players. That's it. The only other thing I'm going to say before we end this is, before you ask, yes, Messi will show up before this thing is all said and done. Whether or not he will be a player as far as a Pioneer goes, as part of the event, but we will see Messi. It's been leaked. We will see Messi before this thing is all done. I'm Finally He Sleeps. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Make sure you subscribe here at YouTube if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you never miss when any of these videos goes live. Thanks a lot. I'm Finally He Sleeps. As long as you guys keep tuning in, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for EA Sports FC related content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for Raid Shadow Legends, everything automotive over at Gearheads, and then check out my Cringeworthy series for a few laughs. Subscribe links are literally right over there. Done. All right, I feel like that went, it was long. It was a very, 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 very long. Wait, did I include the quests? No. Fuck me. I don't think we did. So what is that? 5, 10, 15, 25? Do I have to redo this fucking thing? I think I am. 25 points. I didn't do the quests. Fuck. Fuck. Does it really make a difference? 100. So 35.98. Yeah, it does. Shit, makes a huge difference. We're up to 4,923 scouting points. God damn it, piece of shit, motherfucker. It means I got to do that whole thing again. Yeah, it's almost it's 13 over 1,300. It's 1,300 extra points. Fuck. See, that's why I hate doing these videos live. At least we caught it. It really doesn't change anything, though. It doesn't really change anything. I still have to redo it. Fuck. God damn it. Motherfucker. That shit pisses me off so bad. And this fucking hat itches. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, great time to join. Fucking just... It's the hat. All right. At least now... Okay, so that was take one. Fuck. All right. That one... that was fucking 20 minutes long. That was a 20-minute guide, which is just fucking stupid. That is way too long. 20 minutes is way too fucking long. And can I do it a lot quicker? I'd like to be under 12 minutes. So how do I cut 8 minutes out of that? Fucking 8 minutes. Jesus. All right. Numero dos attempt to do this. Fuck. All right. God. All right. So the goal is 12 minutes or less. And I'm just going to talk really fucking fast. We'll just do it really quick. Really, 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 really fast. Hey, I'm Final Sleeps, and we're going to talk about the Founders Club tonight. It's a new event that's coming out next season. You're going to love it. It's like down later, but it's a new season. It's going to work out great. You just come in, you grab some players, you sell some players, you do the exchanges, you grab some club points, you have some scouting points. It's a lot of gambling, 50 points at a time. You're going to come up with 5,000 points. You're going to exchange them. You're going to get players. You're going to lose all this shit. 33 days, nothing's going to matter because we're going to end up starting over at EA Sports FC. You'll come back. You'll have some Pioneer players, so the stuff that carries over. It's just like now in the other players, but those you get to use in the new season. But you're only going to use them for 2 weeks because nobody gives a shit about an 88 or an 89 or an 86 or an 87 or whatever fucking elite player they're going to put in your club at the beginning of the new season. OVR does matter at the end of the season, and Messi is coming. I'm Finally He Sleeps. Thanks a lot. That's a Founders event. As long as you keep watching, I'll keep making videos. That's it. That's done. Guide's finished. Boom. How long did that last? It's like a minute and a half. See, I can do this shit. I don't want to do this again. Oh well. It's only 10 o'clock here. We got plenty of time. And I got 2 more beers left. All right.
MSDR 123 says, holy shit. What an event. Absolutely incredible.
All right, here we go. Preseason is here, except we are calling it Founders, and there's a reason for it. Stick around. We're going to run through the entire guide live on stream. It's not live on stream because they're watching this back on YouTube. Fuck. Preseason is here, except it's called Founders. Stick around. We're going to run through the entire event. What's up, guys? I'm Finally He Sleeps. Welcome to the video tonight. We're going to take a look at Founders, which is the new preseason for FIFA Mobile turning over to EA Sports FC. This is a huge celebration of a game we've been playing now for 6 years. It is going away. This will be the last event you ever play in FIFA Mobile because after this, it will be EA Sports FC. Make sure you subscribe here at the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss when a video goes live. We are going to roll into this and take a look at the entire event, what all the points are, what you do with everything, and what is possible. So every day when you log in, you're going to come to this main screen, which gives you the chance to play some skill games, and then there's some weekly matches. You're going to do those for scouting points. This is the main currency that the event uses. Those scouting points, you're going to be able to either decide to do them over here 50 points at a time as a gamble to earn players, or you can do guaranteed points. Here you have 3,000 scouting points, gives you Madison, 2,000 gives you Firmino. If you're going to go the route of a Pioneer player, which is basically the Pioneer players are like your now and later players from last season. Pioneer players carry over. So you have a player to use at the rest of FIFA Mobile, and then you get a new version of that player with a much lower OVR, like mid-80s, to use at the beginning of next season. Those are the Pioneer players. These are Founders players. These are Pioneer players. And you can tell because it says Pioneer right above it, in case you were wondering. There's also the little animation glitch of the triangle in the upper right corner and the bottom left that denotes Pioneers. And before you ask, they are all untradeable. Pioneer players are untradeable. They are now and later players, so you cannot just go buy them in the market. There is a big difference, though, in the way these are going to work. If you have Pioneer players in your squad and they're in your reserves, that is how you get them next season. You don't have any tokens that goes with them. If you delete these players, you use them for training or you put them in an exchange, you will not get the rewards next season. So make sure you lock any Pioneer players you have. They will benefit you after the reset to EA Sports FC. So you have these couple of guaranteed Pioneer players. And the thing to note here is when you go to collect all these, in the path that you use to unlock this player, there are also players involved. So like here for the 114 Pioneer player, you're getting a 110, you're getting a 114 as well. So it's more than just the Pioneer. And these are gambles because they can possibly give you Pioneer players here on this one as well. So you can come away with some additional Pioneer players more than just the guaranteed ones that you're claiming. The next tab is milestone matches. In this tab, there are a set of matches, 15 of them that go in order. It always goes all the way back to 2018. These are key matches in the history of football, going back to like some Champions League finals, some major matches throughout with the date that they were played. And when you take all these on, you are going to play as one of these teams. You do not use your current squad. You use one of these. You're going to want to complete all 15 of these matches because they give you 100 scouting points for each one, but they also give you the captain armband that you'll trade in on the final tab, the transition tab. Captain armband, when you complete all 15 of those milestone matches, gives you your choice of one of 3 Pioneer icons that will give you a 116 in the current season and then an 88 or 89 Pioneer player from next season in EA Sports FC. These are the carryover. That's where the Pioneers come into play. These are your later players for next one. You cannot claim 2 of these. You can only claim 1. You can only play the milestone matches 1 time. And again, all of this stuff is non-tradable. Now, I skipped it in the beginning because we want to come back to it. The Be a Founder tab. This is the first thing you're going to do when you log in. This is the main point of the entire event. This is going to say, hey, I was here. I was involved in the Founders event, the last season of FIFA Mobile. It is going to give you some stuff at the beginning of next season that players that join after the reset are not going to have. So if you are thinking about playing before the reset, do it. At least log in and become an identified founder. If 5 million people do it, we're going to get some rewards. The rewards get better all the way down to another guaranteed Pioneer if 50 million accounts log in before the 33 days are up. This is, again, one of the guaranteed founders. You don't have to do anything other than hope that 49,999,999 other players join you in playing this event. And then you're going to come out with a 114 Pioneer. That is not all, though, in the event. There are also exchanges as part of this, and it breaks down into 2 areas. You have club points, and then we exchange those club points for players. The club points are what you get for trading in some of this stuff that you're not going to use anymore. These are your untradeable. There's also a place to exchange tradables for double the points. So we got 15 points for a 111 untradeable. If we go over and look at the exchange for 30 club points, it's if you have a 111, that 113 that is tradable. I don't have any, so I'm not going to do it. But these are what you exchange for club points. Then you take these club points over to the Founders tab, and you're going to exchange those club points for untradeable 114 to 115 players. 300 club points gives you a 114 to 115, and these are more Founders players, and it can include more Pioneers. There are well over 20 Pioneers as part of this event. It's actually looking like it's closer to 30 Pioneer players that will carry over to next season. You just have to be lucky enough to earn them. This is going to be one of the big things that everybody does, is exchanging their unused players for club points and then turning those club points in for players here in the hopes that you do come away with some of these Pioneer players, including Ronaldo, who has a 119 Pioneer player to give you a new version of this card, which will probably be a 90, if I had to guess, at the release of EA Sports FC. Now, how many of these Founders tokens or the scouting tokens are you going to come away with? There's a daily login that you're going to earn on the 4th day of every week. We have quests to complete. There are daily and weekly quests. All of those points add up. You have 1,500 from the milestone matches, because each one of these gives you out 100 scouting tokens. And we have these daily... you have a skill game and a few matches to play daily, and you have a couple that you can choose weekly. When you add all those numbers together, it is just shy of 5,000 scouting points. 4,923 to be exact, which means on the guaranteed stuff, the 3,000 scouting points and the 2,000, you pretty much can grab both of those players and the players that go as part of it. Like, again, you're going to be claiming for Firmino, you'll also end up with a 110 and a 114, which could be a Pioneer, and Firmino for 2,000 scouting points. So if you've got 5,000 scouting points, this makes sense. If you look and see how many scouting points I have at the moment, I have over 2,000 scouting points. That's because in the store, as part of this, there is also an exchange. You could trade in all of your Retro Stars points at a ratio of 6-1. So if you're like me and you never spent a single Retro Stars point during the Retro Stars event that just finished up, you could exchange those 6-1 for scouting tokens, which is what I did. There is also your chance to trade in, where's it at? Resources. You can take your pass tokens, the pass points that you've claimed from your star passes, and exchange those for scouting points. Again, this is the last event of the year, so it doesn't make sense to hoard anything. It's time to dump everything in. Get rid of all your gems, get rid of all your players into the exchanges, your coins, buy whatever you can. Get as many Pioneer points as is possible, and Pioneer players as is possible, and finish with a decent OVR team, because that's going to be another major factor. People were asking the other day, like, what's going to happen with your OVR at the end of the season when the reset happens? We don't know what the rewards are going to be, but there will be some kind of a carryover reward based on your final OVR. But in seasons past, for anybody that's went through a reset before, you know that reward that you get for that conversion is usually, it's pretty low. It's not like let's say you can finish the season out with as high as a 145. Guys with a 139 to 145 usually end up with the same kind of rewards. So it's not as important to push your OVR as high as you can, because in 33 days, all of that is done. There's no legacy. There's no carryover. You cannot look back on this event and see what you have. You're going to lose your kits. You're going to lose your emotes. You're going to lose your logos. The only thing that is carrying over are your FIFA points, which become FC points, and the later version of any of these Pioneer players that you have. So prioritize based on that. Go through the event, collect as many Pioneer players as you can. Personally, for me, I am going to gamble 50 scouting tokens at a time, because that is where I have the best opportunity to claim as many Pioneer players as I can. But again, the version that you're going to have next season is not going to be a fantastic version. It probably have a limited lifespan in the new season. They're going to be in between mid 80s to about 90 at the highest, depending upon what you come away with. So it's just a chance, one last chance to finish out FIFA Mobile as strong as possible, earn some rewards, get excited for the new season, and send off FIFA Mobile the right way. Hopefully this helped. If it did, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube. Turn on notifications so you never miss when a video goes live. And before we get off of here, let's address this god-awful red hat. If you follow along on Twitch, you'll know that we had a bunch of punishment challenges in July based on different requirements. This is a punishment. Basically, I lost a bet. So get used to it. You're going to see the Man United hat for a while. I'm finally he sleeps. As long as you guys keep tuning in, I'll keep making videos. Seriously. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for EA Sports FC related content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for Raid Shadow Legends, everything automotive over at Gearheads, and then check out my Cringeworthy series for a few laughs. Subscribe links are literally right over there. All right, so that was much better. Much better. I don't know if it was right or not. I'm guessing it was right. I don't know. We'll see. Pioneer players carry over to the new season. Founders do not. I'm finally he sleeps. Yeah, but I've been saying as long as you keep watching, I'll keep making videos now for over 3 years. Should say I'm finally he sleeps. Good night. Good luck. Potentially, yes. You can only get Gerard if you don't claim anything else. Yes, I did mention the quests. I added those points in. That's where the 5,000 points come from. I think I got it. 5,000. It's just about 5,000 scouting tokens. Let's open one more. One more. Waste 150. 12 mil for a 110. And then these are just what we're exchanging, right? This is, oh, you can't even exchange the 110s. The 111 is the minimum exchange. Probably wait until this is all said and done to do the rest of them. 3 ads per day, yes. There's a lot of shit to do. You can only do 20 of these things, and then we gotta wait until 5 more days. And exchange 4 Pioneer players. And get rid of some of the gambling. Yeah, no shit. I'm not up for all the gambling. How many sides do I have? Jesus. Daglish is gone. Ronaldo is gone. All in on Enzo. Only 10. I don't have any 114 or 115s. Did it just end? Did I do them all? I did. I did all 20, and now it's gone. All right, so what about... I don't have any tradables. 100s, I don't have any. I don't have any tradable 116s, 117s. Oh yeah, there it is. I did finish it. So how many of those tokens do I have? 816. We could spend 120 mil. Do 5 at a time, 50 mil. So we'll spend 200 mil. How many scouting points are guaranteed? About 5,000. 16. Okay, we just spent 200 mil. Can we do one of the exchanges? 8,000, 116, or 1,000. So we could trade for a 116, 117. Is there anybody in here that we really want? 16, there's Gerard. There's the 116. And he's a pioneer, so if you claim him here, you don't have to use him for the thing. Zanette, Jota, and there's a Mane. And some of these are tradable. These are all tradable. Let's do it. Let's try this. Exchange. What do we get it? What are we getting? Gerard? Holy shit! Yes! That is unreal! Holy shit! That is awesome! Well, goddamn, that would have made the video perfect. Holy shit, that was awesome. That means we now have him, and now I can do somebody else. We can do a different player as part of the exchange. God, that is awesome. Literally, that was perfect. I saw England come up and I didn't want to get too excited. But damn. I don't think we need any of these other OVR squads anymore because of the new event isn't going to help you. There's no
MSDR 123
OVR matches.
says that Gerard is not a pioneer player.
He is a pioneer player. He's a pioneer icon. Founders icon player. A new version will be granted to eligible founders in the new season. These are the icons. These are the icon pioneers. You only have to keep him in your reserves to get him. He is a founder's icon. New version will be granted to eligible founders in the new season. This is exactly what you get as part of over here. The transition, that is exact same player. He is a founder's icon. Founders icon player. A new version will be granted to eligible players in the new season. Yes!
There's a flavor.
That shit is awesome. Founders icon. God damn. Does that mean... So do I sell my 113 or do we use him for club points?
MSDR
No, we would sell him.
123 says my bad. It did not show pioneer player as a potential player. Assuming the icons are different. Well,
I confirmed all that before everything started because I'm allowed to say it now. I have a giveaway to do this week, and the giveaway, let me look up what it is. I'll set it up tomorrow and we'll do it live next week. The giveaway is for Pioneer players. And the reason all of the Pioneer players are non-tradable is because it's helping you.
Kinsey King 12 says if there was one player you would carry over, he is definitely one of them.
Yes. Who is it? So Bellingham or Holland is the giveaway this week. Bellingham or Holland, which are both Pioneer players, will be the giveaway. And they are, because they're Pioneer players, you'll end up with them in your team for next season. So it's a giveaway for both. You get the player now, but you'll also you'll get another version in the next one. I am so excited about that. That literally made it. That was epic. Now, I need Milner. Milner's going to bring my OVR down, but I need to finish him in there anyway. Let's do... And we have Diaz. Milner is 93.4 mil for a 112. We've got plenty of coins. We're buying him and putting him in for Xabi Alonso. Still have 3 billion coins. Just need to make the exchange. I am so pumped about Gerrard. There he is, 117 Milner. Still at 138. God, that is awesome. There's a lot of Liverpool players as part of this event. We have present and previous. We have Allison, 118 Allison.
Kinsey King 12 says I'd getting Gerrard to the end of the video.
Yeah, I'll add him. I'm adding him. I'll update it before we post it. Diaz, McAllister. A lot of center mids. Look, I would like to have Diaz at left wing. That's about it, though. And I want that Van Dijk card. I don't know. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Yeah, I'll do that right at the very end. God, that was awesome. That was fun. Now I have to... Yeah, now I have to download the stream and edit it so that I can add that at the very end. All right, no raid tonight. I'm not going to do raid because I'm going to try to edit this stuff. I've got to download that and convert it. So there's no raid because of Stevie G. It's his fault. That's awesome. All right. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Yeah. Damn. This was fun. Kinsey, get some sleep.
Kinsey King 12 says, did anyone clip the speed version of the guide?
The speed version? Oh, God. No, maybe not. I'll cut that. I'll edit that out, too. I'll pull that for something. I'll pull it out. Maybe we'll make a separate video for that. All right, that's it. I got a lot of work to do. Oh, it's coming off. Jesus. He sleeps.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel
I think I need to say more than
Subscribe
that.
here for EA Sports FC related content. But
You
make
are
sure
very
check out
welcome.
my other
That's
channels
fine.
as well for Raid Shadow Legends, everything automotive over at Gearheads, and then check out my cringeworthy series for a few laughs. Subscribe links are literally right over there.
Thanks, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.